there's been like a bunch of different reporting going in different directions. There was a peace plan.
What's up, skaters? We're gonna play some more session. We're working on going pro on manual catch. Let's do it.
We're gonna what is escorting? Yeah, VA software. That which is the word.
Then not necessarily it's going to take the guidelines to take it all. Right there.
Not escort. Then not escort. Just saying like Oman and closer to Oman than other places. Then Iran said it blew a couple of U.S. ships out of the water. U.S. said that didn't happen. Now the UAE said that it was just a drone attack there. So picking up unclear what's going on. Peace talks, war talks, whatever. Brent cruise $119. That sounds bad. That sounds like a big number over what WTI Brent cruise, which I'm an expert in, is. So I wish I had more updates or more that we could discuss here, but you know they might just start forward again.
What's happening over there. We don't know what's happening next. There's still transparency, etc.
I might say a thing that's happening on, or it might be explained what's happening. Doesn't know what that means. Like either been lying about the escorting or have misunderstood. We really don't know.
But you think of a very different type of escort.
That's how they explain it. Like, oh, nice rest. Firing on all cylinders.
Doing it the same way. Because exact mistake every time. Our head, our head, right.
Yeah, well, they all do both on body.
Club life.
You also really like to point out the last 20 questions. Sometimes the last 10, or the last 20 are really, really difficult. And I really want to. Yeah, well, I would love to do one of those where the numbers rattle up 99 times 9 divided by 2 at 163. Oh, you're that good at that? Let's see. That's a nice parlor trick. You can do that. Throw out numbers at it. Anyway, I mean, if we have we do have proof that he can't do that. The Howard Stern show, he was offered a very simple math puzzle by Howard Stern, and his son Don Jr. could not do that.
wild.
Why? Like, is this something that you somebody than each other for? Like, I'm pretty sure I was gonna say, like administration, or if it wasn't sort of tied to all of the tied to like the or actually some work like they would just be saying, well, the company and they failed, and how it goes, they basically handle what they support.
That was crazy.
Certainly has. It was a budget airline, and they operated in smaller cities that didn't have enough options. I'm not saying that there's no one affected. And again, like the people, all the jobs lost, everybody, like it's like.
Sure. I mean, everything you're saying is true. I don't think that
You're sick.
Air travel, because we're gonna need to reduce the amount of air travel with climate change. Care about that. So I would love the less air travel. I mean, I've never. This is easy for me to say because I don't fly for whatever. I have a family where I've never been either. So it's kind of, I'd like to go places one day, and I assume I'll have to take a plane to do that. So you know, it's been a pleasure. There's our plane. Great. I'm gonna have to see demand.
Grand plant. I live in a small tourist community, not too far from Tahoe. It's still yeah, all worried about
This fucking thing, I got it first try and it didn't count it. Now I'm struggling.
went with Spirit Force, moving into the higher state bankruptcy process. I took a Spirit Airline red eye at one point. My license. I lapsed. Spirit Airline really was for like men abandoning their families and her only money was a roll of toilet paper. Like that. Is that what made you return to your family? Oh, you're airline for both flying. I was flying out back now. Plus, I'm running out of toilet paper.
What I understand is for kind of fun thing. So it's like what makes it more important. Not as a all thing.
Damn.
And what? I don't know. that
It's wild.
it while it's monster, I don't think they found the difference between that's conceptual right there. Much down the line, the type of there's so much that we have to have to process.
It's not, I mean, it has layers. Yeah. It does not have those happening. But I'm confident that end of January.
Stand up the Bible and study the versions. He said, and I'm quoting, maybe you can see if God suggestions inside that book. And then one of these Christian or church are saying, God with his ancestors, God with God, and so on and so on. This being the Antichrist. So funny.
That was sweet, dude.
I've said it so hard. Because no, and one of the stuff like this, say something honestly about it. This thing is no question.
The Donald says,
Well, exactly. That when he uses that trick, and when he just says, "What?" times on the top of the yeah, go fast, and just like they feel like they are presenting him as this thoughtful person, which he is not, and they know and I mean, why we know how much they just continue to see us helping. And the one thing he yeah, really is like if he attention about getting but getting
That's all the Apple Yard missions.
The goal was to have the soundbite that gets the most traction online and gets shared. Talk about stuff being out of context. Well, it's just really important to keep in mind that these are clips out of context and they're a piece of the whole pie for.
Yeah, speaking of Scott Jennings, just kidding, we're not going to talk about him, but he is another person who is just like, yeah, clips is the clips, and they know why they're doing that. Before we move on from Tucker, who sucks, and we don't like him, and he's fraud, and why are we talking about him? He's not an interesting thinker, but I do point out.
It's good.
They showed.
No.
If you know that there's people saying it, you know camera is not on camera. You do need to have. It's not just enough. And I feel like we've been doing this for like 15 years, something like that. Like if you have the liar and a propagandist, he's going to deny some of the things that you bring up. So you can't just read it to him. You need to show him to his face. Him saying it to his face. Yes. Hey, can we get that on here? I don't have the exact time code. Ask someone to search for it. Put it up.
I do agree, and I agree with you. Oh
yeah, but it doesn't matter. He needs to say on camera, I understand that. She reads it. That never came from my mouth. And you show him saying it to his face, and then you see that reaction. You've never seen that reaction. Look, the main thing is we're going to this passage of this book. We read before on the show, but it's always relevant to say and always important to point out to anybody who's interviewing him or whatever. Folks, I was heading back to my desk to take out hot dog one afternoon. When I ran into the reception, she asked me what I knew about the trial. My instinct was to answer honestly just about nothing. But for some reason I caught myself. I asked her why she wanted to know. Well, she explained Dan Rather's book are just called OJ Expert to go on 48 hours tonight. Everyone else is still can you do it? Within a few hours, he was on my way to CBS interview. His career is built on being fraud and lying about everything and lying about what he did. He did it too proudly. Don't interview him. Don't care what he believes. He doesn't believe in anything.
That brings us into one more story for today, which is
What? What the hell?
Ship has been going down for a few years now. Probably not just maggots. Winter is over. Probably a bunch of varying states. And they had a big release last week. Everyone, the Predator for propaganda, everyone saying it's 50% of their staff. Daily Wire Jimmy after second. Probably not that much. Playoffs there, and it's just getting harder and harder. It's unclear if this is not related. Now that it's something with the right wing is kind of fractured on that, or if it really has anything to do with ideology at all. It's just like I'm tired of this happening.
I think that there's probably several things to one. And the fracturing of the because the God Israel and being very pro-Israel, and then ultimately also just the extreme hubris of a man in a company who was rejected by Hollywood and
How do we go to small? Oh.
Operation sphere, but not being podcasting, and so that people keep getting someone. I feel like shit about the French heroes. Making sure that that's all. It's the theory of creation.
I'll take it.
Yeah, I don't think that ship hero goes away, but they're gonna have to make some change.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of that. I think it's know that a lot of these organizations, they are specifically,
Is that not fakey grind?
That's also something we can bear out with the numbers. A lot of their audience, they're on Facebook a lot. They buy like accounts. Their series seemed like they were maybe popular than they were, and so you have this combination of numbers of like the main audience is really there, and then you have all this capital from
Why is it not jumping?
so like all the traction is yes, it is
Ah, that was so nice. Took a couple tries, but that was nice. Nice.
They're programming. They're gonna try to their own like fancy Lord of the Rings, like those things. It's very easy to lose money in those arenas, and it's easier to lose money if you're also good at it. And not like do like recording, all at the same time. You're running a streaming platform that's not just mainstream when you're already in actual mainstream content for adult and children. You know with it because not every show's going to be a hit, and you have to also have a baseline of content that you own. Like that's exactly what I feel like. Oh, I can get all these movies on HBO Max. I don't like their show. Got every
All right, best trick jam.
or something. Take Fire or show. One of which is like a super expensive fantasy. Game of Thrones, one of
That's
each.
how they make it.
One is like well, one's a comedy movie and one is like something kids. That's not gonna build a streaming platform.
Damn, 270 to nose. Oh, I flipped a lip.
Like right, like that's the other thing. Like they're not gonna get 4 years.
Oh.
Anyway, sign up for some for new club plus. You've got $15 a month. We only have one show on there right now. It's like a the Hormo stream in wild. Not commenting anything you reply. No, in way.
Very, very.
did really good. I don't know why I only got a 5. 4.5, that's it. That's nice.
I know. Big mistake.
Untapped gesture. Well,
Yeah, it's both of you.
What's what for? I don't know.
a record high that no one wants. That is where President Biden's approval rating stands.
Anti-gas brakes. Gas prices were under $2. No big deal. You get well, constant verbal is all-time high. It's like your manga, but like
Damn, bro, I'll get my ass whipped with this competition.
Because I'm pretty sure he got that from a fortune cookie written by Frankenstein. Yes. What story?
Damn, brother.
Turn DC into states. They will nationalize our elections, automatic registration, mail-in balloting. So we stop them.
That's your nightmare scenario? Automatic voter registration? That sounds awesome. It should be harder to vote. It can be fun sports. Yet, to register to vote, you have to fill out a sick-burn form, DMV number, proof of residency. If you gamble at sports, all you have to do is open your phone, wait for a notification from FanDuel, and be willing to get to work. And should anyone run into my wife, the
it's 1 point off.
So
Okay. You have to show your ID by alcohol, but not to walk into a restaurant. They don't card you at the door and Outback Steakhouse. So no. Personally, I think you should have to be over 18 to eat a blooming onion because it is better than sex. Oh man, it is so good to say that out loud finally. You know, after they said it was too weird to be a Subway take. Also, there are plenty of restaurants that don't even serve alcohol, much reminds me. How many times I've walked into a friendly and asked for a shot of bourbon in my RebeL? Hey, don't judge me if you were there with two boys and their friends arguing for whether fire Pokemon are more valuable than water Pokemon. You can want bourbon in your RebeL too. Point is, Republicans are really pulled up for the economy. The situation is so bad, it's conflict major airlines.
Breaking news this morning, Spirit Airlines is announcing it's shutting down the ultra-low-cost airline, making the announcement early this morning saying all flights have been canceled, telling guests to not go to the airport.
After 34 years, Spirit Airlines is known for posting a message tonight that it was $6, all flights canceled, and there is no customer service. If you're shipping a ticket, you will have to reach out to other airlines.
And the airline's parent company saying it has already decided to operations effective immediately.
Police are trying to cancel all flights and tell customers not to come to the airport, all to describe it as an orderly wind down. But you know, compared to a normal Spirit flight, that kind of is orderly. Spirit flights, God bless them, were chaos, running down the jetway to get a seat in the overhead space, like racing through an obstacle course on Wipeout. Here's the thing though, we make plenty of jokes about Spirit on this show. It's Spirit, it's like UFC, but it's the air. When it was a budget airline that employed 17,000 people and began flying a portable before, but now it's not a myth. High fuel costs caused by the Iran war, or it's not. Obama.
Spirit is airline that said so. They were going to people express like a number of years ago, and Larry said Obama decided to that one.
Yes, we all remember when Obama stopped Spirit from merging with People Express, an airline that ceased operations in 1987. So you realize Trump's brain also ceased operation in 1987.
Spirit, their Spirit.
Spirit was going to merge with People Express, and then when that fell through, they almost had to deal with Panda Express. Panda Express is already at the airport, and let's get excited about a Panda pilot. Beautiful Panda bear with a little pilot cap, but Obama said no because Obama hates fun. Also a good bellwether as to how much Trump is feeling is if he's using the same middle name. If Barack Obama, he still loved Joe Biden didn't have a forthcoming middle name he could lean on. Although, real middle name is Robinette, and I'm surprised Trump never used that. You know, the country in the bank and Joe Biden is Robinette. Joe Biden. Over the weekend, Trump was asked about the collapse of
In the statement, Spirit will need to shutting down. They said, quote, the sudden and sustained rise in fuel prices in recent weeks ultimately has left us with no alternative. Are other industries also at risk of collapse of other major companies due to this energy shock?
Don't forget that the Spirit Airlines was ejected left twice because they basically didn't have.
I acknowledge that.
Yeah, that's right. And the other airlines are still operating. I just flew out here to discuss these matters with the building conference in LA. On-site airlines and the airlines are operating. The thing better is restaurant in your neighborhood burns down. The fire department doesn't say, relax, there's chilies down the block. Just bring your ID because eating those baby back ribs is basically. The Trumps are on board spiking fuel prices and destroying airlines. Can you at least tell us how long this war will last? Or if it's even a war at all?
You said the blockade is still on. A blockade is an act of
Iran shut down conventions and restraints. And the only ones they were letting through were Iranian ships that they had custom funded. So
we are still at war with Iran.
I don't know what the definition of war is, but not to and renegotiate war. If I park my car in front of my neighbor's driveway and refuse to let him in or out, that's an act of war against my neighbor. And I did that once, but only because I had one too many rules. Now a major airline last right. Oh God, the umpire course started by Donald Trump. Of course, and I know you're all
Ay, ay, ay.
small. All right.
Spirit, trying to merge with JetBlue. Joe Biden administration and DOJ tanked that deal. Immediately after that, they filed for bankruptcy. They were having financial problems. Martha, they filed for bankruptcy again last year. They were bleeding money. And so this was in the works for some time.
Spirit Airlines closed operations. And the Treasury was supposed to be doing a deal to save this company. Can you tell us what happened?
This is more than estimated everything from the Biden administration.
That's just more than the best we could hear from the Biden. I'm so angry I can't even open my mouth. My jaw's permanently clenched because of how outraged I am about Joe Biden causing the collapse of Spirit Airlines 15 months after he left office. That's why I talk like I just did it. Peanut butter makes me sad. Well, I know it's fine. It's because Joe Biden wasn't there like that. No job. That's how I got in the middle of the day. I told Jesse, let's see the train. Jesse, let's see. I'm not kidding around. Joe's desperate for way out of the right. Don't make that catch everyone.
Announces Project Freedom, the U.S. military unit started today. It's being described as a defensive ships got safe.
Hostilities in Iran that started having Turkey. How would you say that given that the naval blockade is still being militarily enforced?
Very friendly blockade. A friendly blockade? Is there such a thing? I mean, what would you even call a friendly blockade? It's a friendly blockade of fribble, if you will. Friendly blockade sounds like slang for when a girl at a party friends come over and wait, this guy didn't have any good witness to him. He said nothing bad can happen, it's only good happen. I need a friendly blockade. We already have financial markets, friendly blockade, still tankers start going to bid out issue any minute now. Now we all just sit back and watch gas prices plummet.
Ceasefire between the United States and Iran under strain right now. It's moving both sides of shooting shots in the street. And the U.S. began diving missiles into waterways. U.S. flag commercial ships. In response, U.S. Central Command says that Iran launched both cruise missiles, drones, and small boats. The U.S. says it's blown up at least 6 of those Iranian small boats.
I spoke with President Trump for 20 minutes about the situation with Iran. He talked about Project Freedom and the U.S. efforts to guide vessels through the Strait of Hormuz, issuing a new warning to the Iranian regime, saying if the Iranians try to target U.S. ships in this area, they will be blown off the face of the earth.
Trump's dumb plan went southbound with Spirit Airlines. Although he's that, should we just send a bunch of decommissioned Spirit planes to the Strait, load them up with oil, and see what happens? Byron, take yourself out of this. Americans overwhelmed. The election will today. It's very likely we'll send some time. The one-way ticket on his favorite functioning airline. Just then, a closer look. Prices continue to rise as major companies warn us life for the economy is stalled. Don't worry, Donald Trump and police are focused on bringing down prices and making life more affordable for working Americans. And just he's bragging about acing a dementia test. For more on this, it's time for a closer look. We all know that if there's one thing Donald Trump cares about, it's mental and physical well-being. I mean, look at him. The man is a specimen. He's in peak physical condition. Wait, sorry, I'm being told that's the gold statue of Trump at his golf course. Can we see the real truck? There we go. The platonic ideal masculinity. Yes, the coloring of Zeus and the posture of positional in math. And then order of the future, everybody. Must first be careful. Green beans. Let us know it's green bean good. It be good. In fact, we bragged about it twice. Last week.
The president or vice president should take it up. And no president has ever taken one except me. I've taken 3 of them. United States, each one. The 3 of these, all of them, by the way. You know, I'm the only president. I'm the only president to take a gun.
Because no one else has had to. Whatever problems you might have with Barack Obama, no one ever thought, are we sure he can identify all 3 animals from these drawings? If anything, Obama's he was always showing up in basketball games, Netflix movies, singing to children with Zohran Mamdani. I mean, there's no way Trump could sing the wheels off the bus. The best do again is a 15-minute monologue about how wheels are good again after 4 years of bad wheels during the Biden administration. Children, I'm not lying. The wheels were not going round and round. Under sleepy Joe Biden and the wipers were not going swiftly. I'll tell you that. But when the kids were going, the babies were going wow, wow, wow. The babies were sad that Data wasn't paying their fair share. For anyone thinking, hey, come on, man. He wouldn't say anything that dumb. This guy thought it was a genius insight. He once told that all the cars in the parking lot had wheels, which in his mind justified building a border.
They say all is medieval. So it's real. Now look at every single car out there. Even the really expensive ones. The Secret Service uses them. They are expensive. So the real and wheels is.
Just out of curiosity, when you ask something, all the cars have wheels with that, when someone said you think you're cockpit wheels. You'll be the first president we get one. And I'm sorry, why would the really expensive cars be less likely to have wheels? Imagine if you went into that conversation with a friend. Like, how free would you be about them if you were telling a story and you said something like, parking lot full of cars, and then they interrupted and said, do they all have wheels? And you said, yeah. And then they said, even the expensive ones? The next thing you'd ask them would be like, you can't smell burnt wheels. They can do by not making free cognitive tests, because that hasn't always been enough.
So let me take the cognitive test that I did. First one, this case. I'm taking now 3 cognitive tests.
I think I know what happened here. He took the first cognitive test and he passed it, and he thinks that makes him a genius. So now every time he goes to the doctor, he offers to take another one. Let's go again. If you guys want to know which one is the camel, I'm your guy. It's already pretty alarming.
Spend more time watching these fucking cutscenes than doing the tricks, man. I hate it.
When the guy was scoring, the doctor said, wow, I never seen. I got 5 doctors lined up. They're all over the place.
I'm sorry, so wait a minute. One doctor said I've never seen that, and suddenly there were 5 doctors in the room? Usually that means you're about to have a disease named after you. You hear about Dorothy? What happened? Has thrombosis. Seriously, you have 5 doctors who are all watching you take a cognitive test. If I go for a scanner, and my doctor calls it a second doctor, I immediately call my wife and say goodbye. Please, just describe this. These 5 doctors watching you in your lab coat, maybe behind glass. You have electrodes attached to your body. Are they giving you a puzzle to solve? Is the other patient in the room a gorilla? I remember Gogo came up to me, big Gogo, strong Gogo. Tears pouring from her big brown eyes down onto her prominent teeth. And she gave me one of these. She did this, and then she gave me one of these, and she gave me one of these. I don't speak gorilla, so I don't know what she. If it's concerning to you as the president, now, don't worry. Put it to ease with this astute
way the thing installed or recognize someone. How did you know that was your sweater? Oh, I heard it by sea. By sea? Paul Revere was on his midnight ride shouting, "What if I land two by sea?" There wasn't one Boston out of the thing. What do you mean by sea? You mean that looking at us? I'm fine with that. Not the first time I took the intricate spelling of one syllable word and thought he was a genius. You know how you spell us, right? You spell us, U.S. Just pick that up, 'cause I don't remember what it is. Just pick that up. I don't think any of us have.
Hi, Sugar. I'm good. I'm streaming some session right now.